start. The great English politician and former Prime Minister William Edward Gladstone quoted, "Justice delayed is justice denied." The phrase simply implies that if justice is not carried out of it timely, even if it is carried out later, it is not really justice, because there was a period when there was lack of justice. Good morning to one and all present here. My name is Dharmi Patel, and today I'm going to speak on laws delayed and its remedies. The preamble to our Indian Constitution, inter alia, states that we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure justice, economic, political, and social to all its citizens. But today, even after 75 years of independence, we have endless laws, but not enough justice. Being incorrigibly optimistic, I would like to say that, yes, in a democratic country like India, everybody is equal in the eyes of law. And ideally, there are no biases on any basis while dispensing justice. Moreover, India being the world's largest democracy, if the poor cannot access to the justice here, then where? I agree that people are losing their faith in the judiciary. Nobody can dispute the fact that the justice delivery system in India is in a bad shape today. A survey of the working report of the Indian judicial system shows that the system, which once used to work so smoothly and efficiently, has today failed to deliver justice expeditiously. As per the reports of 2022, over 4.7 crore cases have been pending in various courts across the country, and sadly, some of the cases have been pending over a decade. This creates an immense pressure on the Indian judicial system, and it will take about 324 years to clear the backlog, as per the Niti Aayog report. Now, let's take a primary look at the causes of the delay. The first and the biggest problem about the delay is in the disposition of the cases. Secondly, the unnecessary adjournments taken by the lawyers also add up to the delay. Third, the endless amendments to the law and the absence of work culture in the code is also one of the reasons for the delay. And lastly, the inadequate number of the judges and the courts is reasonable grounds for causing the delay. Although we have the courts which work for 5 to 6 hours a day, but which is nowhere as close to compared to close the 3.1 million pending cases. So at this juncture, what are we supposed to do? All that we need is a practical approach and realistic moves to ensure that up to a certain degree, the delay in dispensing justice comes down. Some of the remedies for the same are, firstly, increasing the number of the appointed judges in the court. Secondly, there is a pressing need to increase the tribunals and quasi-judicial bodies in the country. Of lately, artificial intelligence has also entered into litigation. And one of the striking examples is a robot lawyer advising a defendant in the United States of America. Such a similar practice can be brought in the Indian courts too. This will definitely help to reduce the delay in rendering justice. Furthermore, there is a pressing need to improve the infrastructure in the lower courts. However, it is important to note that it is not an appeal just for physical infrastructure, but also for technological infrastructure. For example, introduction of online system for filing cases and documents, and if feasible for conducting proceedings like chamber matters and party in person, which will help to avoid the unnecessary procedural delay. On a concluding note, I would like to say that it is important that these reforms find a mention in the laws governing the members of the bar and the bench, as these, just as moral obligations, will not serve the purpose. Thus, it is important that these reforms are being made mandatory rather than being directory, which will help to cause down the delay, and thereby instill in the minds of the litigants and citizens that judiciary is indeed a temple of justice at the right pace, and securing justice will no longer become a pipe dream. Thank you.